darling, pass me the salt, would you?
There you go. Not too much now. Although, you know, salt itself is not all that bad for you.
While it is true that Americans consume too much sodium, we all need some salt in our diet for healthy body function. The best way to moderate your sodium intake is to avoid processed foods.
Salt. Now, salt has always been a very valuable commodity. In fact, Roman soldiers used to be paid in salt, hence the word salary. Now, we're looking at salt that hasn't been processed, so I found some really great gourmet salts that you'll want to check out. The first one is this. This is light gray Celtic salt. It's from France, and it's very moist, you can see. So it hasn't had all of the water taken out of it, and it's kind of this gray color, which comes from the minerals in the clay. So you can actually see how good it is for you. This is the same salt from France, Fumet del Sol. And what's beautiful about this is you get a wonderful flavor because it's been smoked in aged oak Chardonnay barrels. Very yummy. This is sea salt again that's been dried by the sun, so it's solar sea salt. And this is the Rolls Royce of all salts. It's Himalayan pink salt. It's 250 million years old, and it comes in all kinds of different forms. You can get it in the rocks, which you just grate up yourself, or you can get it in the granules so that you just sprinkle it on your food like you would regular salt. Or you can get this salt slab, which is fabulous. With this slab, you can cook your vegetables or your chicken on it, just put it right on your stove, and it imparts this really nice salt flavor to your foods. The other thing you can do is you can chill it and use it as a platter to serve sushi or any cold vegetables. Now, we found a way to get lots of the benefits of salt in a very different atmosphere, so let me take you there. So here we are at the Salt Chalet in Encino, California, and I'm talking with Dikla. And the Salt Chalet is a very unique kind of health spa. Tell me about some of the benefits of salt.
Salt has a huge list of benefits, of health benefits, particularly for people with respiratory problems. Salt is an anti-inflammatory and an antibacterial. So when you're breathing in the really tiny salt particles, it's opening up your entire airways. It's reducing the inflammation in the airways, and it's helping you cough out a lot of the gunk that we're breathing in modern cities today.
And I think it has some beauty benefits too. Like, doesn't it do something wonderful for our skin?
Absolutely. The salt that we use in our salt rooms is from the Dead Sea in Israel, and the salt there is considered the Cadillac of salt. It has a very high mineral content, more so than any other salt in the world. For centuries, people came from all over the world to bathe in the therapeutic waters of the Dead Sea. In fact, urban legend has it that Cleopatra came all the way from Egypt just to bathe in the mud.
So how did people discover that there were all these benefits to salt?
Actually, it came from Eastern Europe. A Polish physicist started studying why a group of men in a small town never got sick when there were epidemics of flu and colds. So he sat down and asked them all these questions, and he started putting two and two together and realized that all of these men worked in the salt mines in Poland.
You know, I've never heard of any salt mines in Encino, so...
Well...
Oh my gosh, this is like something out of a James Bond movie. Tell me where we are and what this is.
We are in our adult salt room, and as you can see, the entire room is coated with multiple layers of salt. There is a machine that we developed that grinds up the salt into very tiny particles because it's important for you to be able to breathe them in. That's how the work is done in your body. And you'll see the room fill up with a very gentle mist. It's not an overwhelming, it's not clouds and clouds of salt. You don't come out of here coughing. It's 45 minutes of the most relaxing afternoon you'll have. You can sit back, you can watch TV, you can read a book. A lot of people just sleep.
Well, thank you so much, Dikla. I think I'm going to come back here. Oh, before we go, though, one last thing. Just in case. You never know.